Okay, so these wheels are really interesting. So I looked them up. I couldn't find anything online. Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome to the Garage Sailing Wrecking Crew channel. Now this is vlog number 1, and now the reason why I'm starting to do this vlog is because I've been doing a lot with my garage sailing business and my eBay and online business, and I do a lot of it with my dad as well. I currently live, like about 100 miles away from him, but we're gonna be garage sailing, doing some vlogging and things like that. And also, I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I list, and so this is vlog number 1, and I just kind of want to capture the process of everything, everything that I pick up, everything that I resell, just kind of the, because I just recently quit my job to do this, and so I just kind of want to document everything that I pretty much do, and so this is the beginning, so let's get right into it. Alright, so as you guys can see, right now my day is just basically I'm going to be listing all day today. I'm probably going to be showing you guys some of the listings I'll be doing, and right now I'm currently working on basically washing up all these dishes, because there's actually a buyer that I know. I did business with her like I'd say more than a year ago. I had some aqua dishes and she really liked them a lot, and she lives like across the country, but her parents live in the same city as I do, and so it saves her a lot of money, because obviously dishes take a lot of effort to ship, and they cost a lot to ship, and so that definitely saves her a lot of money. And so yeah, so she's definitely a really good customer, because it saves her money and it gives me business. So, and I don't really make any, like, I'm still making money besides the shipping anyway. So so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing at this point. So I'm washing up these dishes here. These have to be from the 1930s. That's what my dad said. My dad gave me those dishes because he didn't really want to move them, and plus I knew the buyer, that could do local pickup on them to kind of save on shipping. So that's what I just got done washing the dishes. I'm gonna dry them all off, and then yeah, I'm gonna continue on to listing. Alright guys, so I just got done drying all these dishes, and now one thing I noticed, I actually made 2 separate piles. This is because a lot of them had like chips and things like that, and so I wanted to separate out which ones were in good condition, which ones weren't in the best condition. But I have, like 4 of those cups, and this thing is cool right here, because this has a cork cap on it, and that's just really interesting. And it's oven proof, cattail, so it's old vintage Sears dishware, and it's just really interesting to me. And so yeah, so I'm gonna take some pictures of this, and then right here is where I separated out the bad dishes, so to speak. And so like this one, you can see it has some chips on it and things like that. And I did tell the lady that there were, I didn't know how many, but I knew some of them were gonna have cracks and chips and things like that, and she said that was fine. And so I think she makes like art decoration and things like that, so I don't think that chips, things of that nature, are gonna matter too much. I don't even know how much these dishes are worth, to be honest. Like, I'm not even sure, but as far as I could see, none of these dishes had any chips or cracks in them, but who knows? I mean, there's a lot of dishes, and some of them could have that. So I'm gonna reach out to the lady and see if she's interested. So for a lot of you who don't like know, I usually list a lot of electronics, magazines, audio stuff such as like vinyl records, 8 tracks, things of that nature. I'm gonna actually put my eBay account down in the description below so that you guys can, you know, like check out the stuff that I vlog and list, things like that. The dishes I'm actually gonna put as a private listing for this person that I know. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing some other stuff too. Another interesting thing that I found too were these, it was actually in the same box as the cattail dishes, is these flower dishes. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about dishes, to be honest. But on the bottom, if you can focus, it says, I think it says CH 1967. So, but these dishes are in really good condition. I mean, really good. No signs of any chipping or anything like that. So that's pretty neat. I have no idea how much these are worth. The lady might even be interested in these dishes, so I'm gonna take pictures of these and see what kind of number we can come up with on that. All right, guys. Now I'm gonna head out to the storage unit. I'm gonna pick up some items and we're gonna list. All right, so here we are. We're in my storage unit actually right now, and first item on the list, it looks like I'm gonna be listing this wireless keyboard, and it has well, it's supposed to have an optical mouse with it, but I'm not too sure if it even has one. But looks like it comes with a CD, comes with a connector because it's wireless. So that's gonna go with it. Still, I don't even know if that's some of the wrapping, but it does look a little dirty and stuff, as you can see. Yeah, it does have some dust on it, but I can just, you know, dust it off and things like that. This is the little the hand rest bumper thing that goes with it, and it looks like it doesn't come with a mouse, so this is going to be tricky a little bit. I might just be able to sell the keyboard as well, but looks like just a cordless iTouch keyboard. So let's see what this thing goes for. Okay, so what I usually do is I have my phone here, and then I just kind of take a look at the model number on the back. And so looks like this is the model number right here, which it says Y-RB6. So Y-RB6, and just kind of type that in there, and then look at the results. I already have it under sold items. It looks like there's not anything at all listed under that, so I'm just going to look under normal listings, and there it is. So $5, $10, but those are unsold. So it looks like there aren't that many on at all. And I mean, that one looks like it's just the keyboard by itself. It's gonna focus here. Yeah, that looks like the keyboard by itself. And so oh no, it does come with the mouse. Yeah, so unfortunately this keyboard is probably not worth a whole lot, just because it doesn't have the mouse with it. It does have the connector with it, and sometimes individual items will sell by themselves. And so I'm gonna look up this guy right here because it looks like it has a separate model number. Now, from what I could find, none of these are sold either, but however, the active listings, $6 plus free shipping, or not, you know, like free shipping. So it's definitely not going to be worth it for me to list this guy. So it looks like I won't be listing this keyboard because it's not worth my time and I just don't want to mess with it. So okay, so now moving on to this keyboard. Now this is brand new. I mean, it's in the plastic wrapping. This one also comes with a little hand rest. And yeah, it's brand new USB keyboard. Let's look this guy up. Alright, so making sure the item is under completed listings. Look at that. It looks like it sells for $5 plus shipping. That one is from Canada. I usually don't count the out of the country sales unless it's the only one that I could find. It looks like a whole lot of them don't sell though, but they are priced a little bit high. See that? Yeah, so those are priced a little high. So it should sell for $5 plus shipping, which isn't a whole lot, but I mean it starts to add up. And keyboards are usually slower, and so but this guy's brand new as well. Actually, this one is too, it looks like. So I'm gonna list this one then. Alright, so I know that one thing that people don't know about is lawnmower parts. And now what you can usually do is go on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and usually they'll have them either really cheap for like $5 to $10 because the motor's blown up or something, or you can even find them for free. So what I do is I pick up broken lawnmowers and things of that nature, and I sell the parts off of them, and a lot of them actually go for a lot of money. And so these tires right here, I'm guessing these are probably going to be like $25, just this pair at least. These are in pretty good condition, you know, like nothing wrong with them. They don't really have a name brand on them though. As far as I can see, I don't see a name brand, and so I'm gonna look these guys up. Alright guys, so after all of my searching and everything, this is what I found. This is sold for $35, and these are two. The thing about these though is that they're name branded, and so as you can see on the picture, I don't know if I can focus on that. Come on camera, focus. There it goes. So on these tires, can't really see it, but up kind of toward the top there and right there it says Murray or Murray, and I can't pronounce names correctly, but so those are actually name branded. My tires don't have any branding whatsoever anywhere, and so I'm guessing these came off of a Murray lawnmower, but they're kind of like, I don't know, off-brand pieces or something like that. So those went for $35. I'm guessing I can get probably $30 for these, just because they don't have the name branding on these like they do on the listing that I found. So, alright, so listing more tires now. I found these. I actually got a big, huge crate of them. I mean, just filled with tires, and so I'm just pulling them all out from there because the summer season is starting to end, and they're moving the quickest at this time of year. At least I'm pretty sure they are. So so that's what I'm doing. These ones have some rust on them and stuff, so you know, obviously that, but that's not going to make a difference. They're pretty solid wheels, and so I mean, these are vintage. I mean, like these came off of a pretty old lawnmower. I'm guessing it's some sort of lawnmower or something. I think it is a lawnmower, but as far as I can see, I don't see a name on these either, you know. And usually they don't have a name. You kind of just have to look on eBay for the ones that just kind of look like the ones you have with the same diameter and things like that. And so let's look these babies up. So after all my looking, I couldn't find any of the same exact wheels as these, but I could probably get $20 out of these pretty easy. I mean, these are, you know, made of metal. They're not plastic. You know, they're pretty nice. I mean, well, they're pretty rusted though, so maybe like 18 or something. I should be able to get 18 for these. And plus, I couldn't find any wheels like these anywhere. You know, I couldn't find any online, and so yeah, I'm gonna list them for 18 bucks. All right, so as far as these wheels go, these wheels are pretty interesting because they have this end that comes out, and these are also made of metal, and it has that weird looking end on it, which is really neat, and that comes out, and that I've never really seen wheels like those before. But I mean, you know, who knows, there could be a lot of things I don't know or haven't seen or whatever. But yeah, so these are just, they used to be yellow, it looks like, but now some of the treading, it looks like, is starting to fade on the tire and things like that. But yeah, as far as these tires go, and I mean, they're pretty heavy too and everything, so who knows? Let's look them up. Okay, so by the looks of it, I couldn't find any of these either, and because it has that weird tip coming out of the end, and so I think that's a pretty rare feature on these kind of wheels. And these, it looks like these don't have rust. I mean, they're pretty dirty and they need to be cleaned up and everything, but like, you know, but the only thing that concerns me is the treading, is that half of it is worn. So that's, yeah, you can see that half of the side is worn there. And then on this one, yeah, this one's a little better, but oh yeah, right there. So I don't know if that's gonna affect the value of the item, but these are vintage, so it might be an exception. So I'm probably gonna list these for 30, maybe 35, just because of how rare these look. So yeah, these are definitely vintage for sure. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do on these. All right, so next up I have these little guys here. These are not really that big. If I can grab a tape measure here. All right, so if I grab a tape measure, these are about, come on. Okay, so these are about 5 inches in diameter, it looks like. And so, now these are actually name branded. Yeah, it says right there, 5x1, right there. And these are actually branded Wayner of Milwaukee, and now Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Obviously that's pretty local to where I live. But Wayner is the branding of it, and so not a lot of these wheels are branded, so that's going to make it easier for me to look up. And these are also metal, so very vintage. These could be for lawnmower, like the front wheels or something, but they do look a little small, so I'm not 100% sure. But okay, so these wheels are really interesting. So I looked them up. I couldn't find anything online, nothing. So these are worth probably quite a bit, because I even searched just the name alone and it wasn't giving me any results even related to the wheels themselves. So these are really rare. So these are probably, I'm probably thinking 40 on these, maybe 45, but we'll see. Alright, going straight to the point on these ones. So these are little 6-inch wheels. They're white, and on the very inside, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a little logo type thing with an M. It has an M on the inside. I'm not sure what it stands for, but yeah, so I did a little bit of research online, and these are sold. They look like they're in really good condition. I mean, like really good. Sold for $60, but they're in a lot better condition than mine. But the thing I notice about these wheels is that these have the dimensions right on the wheel, which mine don't. Mine do not have those dimensions. But, however, my wheels do have that little M on the inside, which these ones don't, it looks like. Looks like these ones don't have that M. And so, I don't know. These are pretty much the same wheels. I'm thinking maybe 45, maybe 50 on these. Alright, so here's the thing about these wheels, is that these are kind of more the, I'm not going to call them cheap, but they're the plastic ones. They're black on the inside, and they're pretty light wheels. They're about, I think, like 6 inches maybe in diameter, something like that. I could just check real quick. No, actually about 7 inches in diameter. And so these, I couldn't find anything online for these, but however, the treading is really good on these. I mean, very good. I mean, it's like, wow. You know, like these wheels haven't been used a whole lot, or they were really taken care of or something. And so these are probably going to go for 15 maybe online, maybe 16. They're probably worth a lot more, but I mean, you know, just kind of looking at their plastic wheels, they're kind of smaller, so I'm thinking that's going to be the price range that they're going to hover around. So, alright, so next up we have these white wheels, and now these are really interesting because they have these weird clips on the inside, like they're supposed to attach onto something, and that is pretty interesting to me. But the back is just like any ordinary wheel. These are plastic. But yeah, they have that weird clipping mechanism right here, and so and the treading is in very good condition. And I think these wheels are about 9. These are about 8 inches in diameter. And now I found this. Looks like pretty close to the same exact wheel. There's only one of these listed, and this one's sold for 20. Just this one wheel by itself. So, and these are bigger wheels, so I'm thinking these are gonna go for 42 online. That would be my guess. So, yeah, wheels for life, baby. Okay, so these were actually a pretty interesting lookup. I guess it's the first flunk of the day as far as wheels go. So these are gray plastic wheels, just ordinary wheels, you know, and looked them up online, and it looks like they were up for auction and they didn't even sell for 15. So yeah, so I'm guessing that I am gonna have to, if I want to move them pretty quick, sell these wheels for like 10 bucks, maybe even like 8, you know, because, you know, I want to move them quick. I didn't really pay a whole lot for them, so I'm able to just kind of do that. So, alright, so next up we got these gray wheels. These are kind of look like just normal wheels. There's nothing really special about these ones either. Kind of the same with the last ones, but found a listing up for auction again, just like the last wheels. Doesn't sell for 10, so I mean, I might be able to list them for 5 maybe. I more than make my money even off of $5 for these, so so yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, and as you know, more wheels. So these are black, newer looking wheels actually, it looks like. And again, nothing special. However, these are heavy. I mean, these are really, like, there's a lot of, even though these are made of plastic, they're just so heavy. But the treading, I'm not sure if that's worn or if that's the actual style of it. I'm not 100% sure, but both of them look pretty much the same. And so these, I'm probably going to list for 15, probably, most likely. Oh, and one thing to keep in mind for these vlogs is that all the prices that I'm saying while I'm listing this stuff are not really final. Like, I'm just kind of guesstimating on how much to list it for, and I might change my mind on a few things. I might find that there's a defect or something wrong with it, and so yeah, just keep that in mind, by the way. My phone died while I was out there, and so I'm letting my phone just kind of charge up a little bit. And so in the meantime, I did sell a couple items today, so I'm going to show you guys what I sold, and yeah, basically go from there. Alright guys, so one thing that I did sell is this Workmate. It's like it's like a table vise. Like you screw the ends and then these close together, and it's like a vise, but it's kind of made of plastic, so it's not really heavy duty, you know, for a lot of, you know, like really intense stuff. But yeah, this sold. And now the interesting thing about this too is that there's like paint all over it. I mean, that's stained forever on there. So and someone still bought it, so that's pretty neat. And I'm gonna show you guys what this went for. So here it is, guys. As you can see, it sold for $13 plus 7 shipping. So that's a pretty decent amount of money, you know, to be making on that. And so yeah, that's pretty decent for its current condition with kind of the paint and everything on it. It still works very well. There's not really any damage on it or anything. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. The next thing I sold here was this, it's called a Wacky Waker's alarm clock, and basically, like, what it does is it's an alarm clock that sounds like a cow, like mooing in the morning, and so it's pretty silly. It's brand new in the box, like everything is I mean, it's open box. The box is opened, but it's basically brand new, never used, comes with the batteries and everything, and so, yeah. And it has a try me button on the back. Let's see if I can push this. Oh. Bam. So there you are. 20 bucks plus shipping. That's how much this clock sold for. Again, you know, it's brand new. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of new stuff is usually worth it. And if you don't know if it's worth it, just scan the barcode and look it up on eBay, and usually new stuff goes really well. Especially books, especially vinyl records. Any vinyl record that's new is worth it. Pick it up. So yeah, that's what I sold today. So okay, so I know one question people tend to ask me is, you know, like about getting started, like what you kind of need. I know a few things that you do need to know is basically when you start out on eBay, you have a lot of limitations. Like you're not gonna be doing full-time work when you first start doing eBay. I've been doing eBay since, or I've had my account open since 2014. I've been selling on it since then, so I mean part-time. Just a year ago I only had like 25 items on my eBay account, and now I have over 300 items. So, you know, and another thing too is that I'm not sure if you can get it when you first start out, but there's an option to get an eBay store, and basically when you get an eBay store, it gives you more options. If you want to go on vacation or you have to go out of town, which sometimes I have to do that, it gives you the option for vacation mode, basically. And so when you do vacation mode, yeah, you basically get to do whatever, you know, like you're not confined to you know, to a job or anything, you know, or you have to be home all the time. You have the option and the capability to shut down your eBay store for a certain period of time, and then anyone who looks at your items, it'll just have a notification up at the top saying that that you're going to be gone from this amount of time, or from this date to that date. So that's pretty useful. Another thing about getting an eBay store is that you have to pay for it monthly. There's a starter package, which is what I got probably about 4 months ago, when I started to get really serious about putting stuff online. And then after that, now I upgraded to the basic package, which is, I think it's like $20 something a month, but it gives you less eBay fees, and and it gives you a lot more options, puts your items more at the top, and etc. So that's a pretty good option that way. So, but I think the biggest thing is to just always be active, always be listing, always be revising things, because garage sailing, this is the thing about picking and doing this kind of career, is that a lot of people they think that picking the item up is the most important part, which it is pretty important. It's the funnest part of the job, I think. But the most boring job, for most people anyway, is listing. But that's the most important job, because people have to be able to see what you picked up. And if you got a bunch of stuff in your storage unit and it's not online, no one's going to see it. And so you're not going to be selling. So you got to list as many items as you can. You got to keep listing. You got to keep revising. If something's been on for like a year, obviously you got to update it, and work on that. So yeah, just continuing to change and revise and list. That's how you do good on eBay, 100%. All right, so now I'm back. I just dropped off the packages. Usually I ship my packages at around like noon or 1. I went a little earlier today at around 11 because my phone died and I couldn't really look the stuff up out there. I could bring my laptop out there, but there isn't any power in the storage unit. So yeah, I dropped off 2 packages. I sold 2 things today. I've been selling an average of about 2 items every day. So that's, considering I have 300 some items, a lot of them are magazines, which magazines take a little bit longer to sell and things like that. That's a pretty good number. And so my goal is to reach about $1,000 per week out of sales, and doing that's $4 grand a month, which is basically $50,000 a year. So that is my goal. And obviously, if you guys didn't know, I am also a videographer / audio technician, and so I know a lot about videography and audio editing and things like that, which these vlogs are going to be a terrible example of that, because all I do is just turn on the camera and just talk. I don't really perfect anything when it comes to these vlogs. I just record whatever I want to record. So yeah, basically that's my goal, $1,000 per week. But I'm not gonna get there unless I start listing. So let's get straight to listing. Let's head back out to the storage unit, and let's do some more tires, baby. Alright guys, so next we got these wheels. And now the thing about these is that they have kind of like a white line around the edge like that, and these are plastic as well. And I couldn't find these online. I couldn't find them. And actually the rest of the wheels that I'm going to be showing you, I could not find any online. And this looks like, I think that's the last pair of wheels I even have that are matching. Oh wait, no, these are matching here. Or maybe, no, these aren't matching. They look the same, but they're not the same. These ones look like they match. And they don't. These I couldn't find. I could probably see the thing with these two, they're kind of like the last wheels, or those cool wheels that had kind of like the notch in them. These ones have kind of this part on them, and so they kind of click onto something, but I don't know what. But once again, I can't find a name brand or anything on these, so I'm guessing probably 15 for the pair. Alright, so now the rest of these I'm basically going to be doing individual wheels now. On this one, just saying hi to my neighbor there. On this one, it has the cover, but obviously it's broken and it does not look good at all. So I just took that out and we're left with this. And should probably be able to get like $5 for it, I would think. Now this wheel is very interesting to me. So this says Hamilton Steel Products Incorporated on it. And then it also says Chicago, Illinois, and the dimensions. Now I'm guessing by the name, because it basically says it's from Chicago, Illinois, that this is a pretty rare wheel. And I mean, I'm finding more rare wheels than not. And I searched the name and everything, nothing came up on eBay. So I'm probably gonna put this one wheel up for like maybe $15, because this is, I mean, it's pretty rare, name branded, and it says Chicago right on it. And so this is and it's a metal wheel too, so it's pretty special. Some special stuff for sure. So alright, so this guy, as you can see on the inside of the rim, it kind of has that plus sign looking thing, and on the other side it kind of looks like this. And I found a similar listing online here, and by the looks of it, it didn't even sell for auction at $12.95, just the one wheel. And look how good of condition that wheel is in, where this one isn't in the best. But I think this wheel might be a little bit different. No, that is the same one. Except the only thing different about this one is it has the kind of the bolt place or circles kind of on the rim there, which is kind of weird, because my wheel does not have that. But it is definitely the same look. And yeah, this one's in really nice condition, and it can't even sell for $13 auction. So this wheel, I'm still thinking about it. I don't even know if I'm going to list it or not. Not sure if it's worth it. We'll see. Now the thing with this wheel is that this is the same exact one as this listing that we looked at for the last item. And so this is the same exact one because it has the circles for, I don't know why, just the design of the wheel, I guess. But the tread is absolutely horrible on this. It is like almost gone. So actually he or she might have a picture of the tread. Oh, the tread is pretty bald on there too. So maybe this might be able to get like $5 or something for this wheel, maybe $8. Well, considering, well, the rim didn't have any rust in the one that was listed, so this might have to be like $4 or $5. So, I mean, it's a solid metal wheel, but it's only one wheel. It's not really a pair, and single wheels don't sell as fast, so we'll see. Now this wheel, I'm probably gonna try and get maybe $8 for it, just because, well, it's plastic, it's got cracks in the plastic, which is not that good, but it's still a pretty good wheel. It has pretty good tread on it yet, and so I'm gonna see if I can get this for maybe $6 or something. Just went and grabbed this wheel. This wheel is probably gonna go for around the same, maybe like $5 or so. This wheel, about $5. This little itty bitty wheel, I'm gonna see if I can get around the same for it. Around $5. Well, it is pretty light and cheap. it does feel pretty cheap. Maybe like $4.03 plus shipping. Alright, so this guy is in pretty good condition. Now the tread is in really good condition. It's heavy, it comes with the bolt, the original bolt. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually the bolt is missing, so that's a pretty good addition. And so I'm probably gonna try and get around 12 bucks for this wheel, or maybe 10 or so. We'll see. All right, now this one's all dirty and nasty, but this has a red line all around the tire or the rim, and I don't know if that was drawn there or if that's just the design of the wheel, but this is a pretty heavy vintage wheel, and so I'm gonna say this is gonna go for about 15 bucks online, even though it has the rust and stuff, and I'm gonna wipe all this stuff down, but yeah, 15 is what I'm thinking on this. Here's another wheel, same as the last, same exact wheel as those there on the top. That's what it, actually, no, this is a bigger wheel here. It's got thicker, like more of the rubber outer part on it, which would be the tire itself, but these are plastic. Actually, this is really, really hard rubber, it's not plastic. This wheel, I'm thinking maybe 8-10 bucks, something around there. Now here's a tire with the weird spokes on it, and now this, I'm probably thinking 7, maybe 8 bucks, just because it has pretty nice tread on it, not really worn. Ooh, actually it does, that is a crack, but it's not really like a bad crack or anything, so it's a pretty solid wheel. So maybe 6 bucks. Actually guys, I must be blind because this wheel actually matches with this wheel that I previously talked about, where it had all the cracks and everything. So these are matching wheels, except this one has a bolt that comes with it. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe 15 on the pair, most likely 20. I'm thinking more 15. Actually, yeah, 15 is probably fair because the treading is good and, you know, the crack. But the thing with these wheels is that there aren't any listed on any of these. So these are pretty rare vintage wheels for old lawnmowers. So, and last but not least, we have this guy. So this is very interesting because this actually has a real rubber tire. Like it's like a, like you inflate it. It's an inflatable tire. It's not like a hard, super hard rubber tire. But the thing is, ooh, I'm starting to notice some problems with it, because right here there is a pretty bad gash. I don't know how it's not deflating, to be honest. Wait a second. Do you even fill this thing up? Is that even real? I don't even know if that's a real valve stem or not. I almost feel like, is this just a foam tire? I don't even, that is weird, man. That is weird. There is a number here I just noticed. So there's a brand name. It's called Great. Okay, that's gonna give me a lot more information. So let me see if I can look this up. Okay, so it looks like I couldn't find anything online for this tire. Great, I don't think is a very common brand, and so I think this is a fake tire. I mean, obviously it's a real tire, but like it's not inflatable. I think it's just foam. It has to be if it's, I mean, where is it? This big of a gash, that is not going to keep a tire inflated. So, very cool, very interesting. It's all plastic. Probably get like 6 bucks for it, probably. So guys, that's just basically all the tires. We have a big pile right there. All these tires to go through. And Yep, I'm gonna clean them all up and then I'm gonna start listing them. So guys, that's basically the end of today's vlog, and for these vlogs, I just kind of want to give like a bunch of information about, you know, like to provide value to you guys, you know, like I know that there's a lot of garage sailing, flipping type videos and things like that, but I definitely want to be able to provide value in these vlogs, and just to be able to, you know, just kind of show you the whole process of everything, you know, like just a very raw form of this kind of profession. And you are going to make a lot of mistakes. It's very hard for people to just kind of jump into this kind of stuff, because it's just not as easy as it looks. You have to have a lot of knowledge. The only reason why I know a lot about electronics and tires and automotive type things is because, well, my previous job, I used to shoot at car shows and automotive stuff and things like that. So I know a lot about automotive parts. I also used to do fix my own lawnmowers and things like that, and four-wheelers. And so I just kind of know the parts that are valuable and what's not valuable, and just kind of learn, you know, like even if you can learn like from your previous profession, if you just know about stuff, there's just always stuff around, you know, that you can just know, you know, like the value of. And but there's some things too, you know, like one tire is probably going to sell slower than two tires, or the pair, you know. So there's a lot of factors when it comes to how fast you can sell something, the value of something. And so so yeah, that could be a little tricky. And so but it's definitely something to, you know, kind of start doing part-time with, to start learning. Like I said, I've been doing this, my dad's been doing it since 1997, and I've been doing it, you know, like I grew up basically garage sailing and saving, like buying cheap stuff. So so I just already know a lot. But hey, if you stick around and if you watch my channel, then you will learn more. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave a like and comment if you have any questions about anything. Yeah. So, keep flipping. I'll see you guys next time.